Hi, Whiskey Pops. Good afternoon. And Good Friday nga pala ngayon. So, before I start, let's begin first with our good news. In today's reading, in Hebrews 16:10, verse 10 to 23, we have confidence to enter the most holy place by the blood of Jesus, by a new and living was opened for us through the curtain that is his body. Hebrews 10 verses 19 to 25. How has the reality of what happened on Good Friday brought you from darkness to light? What does it mean for you to experience a relationship with God? Yung po mga Whiskey Pops, ang ating message ngayon, good news ngayong Good Friday. So, kumusta holiday ngayon? So, kumusta mga araw ninyo? Tahimik ngayon eh. Hindi sana ako magbablog ngayon dahil Good Friday, pero maigli lang naman ito eh. Oh, yun. I'd like to share with you a new model, a new kit. Medyo mahaba ito eh. Babasahin ko, ang haba kasi nung pangalan ng model. Presenting you the ex-Soviet 2P-19 launcher with R-17 missile, SS-IC SCUD. Yung NATO codename niya is the SCUD B of 18K14 missile system complex. Ito mga Whiskey Pops, by Trumpeter 1:35 scale. So after 2 days of a grueling hard work, mahirap siyang i-assemble mga Whiskey Pops dahil ang mga parts niya is very minute, sobrang liliit, especially yung parte dito sa launcher. So I'm very thankful na natapos na rin. I thought we wouldn't finish it in time. Masyadong detailed siya mga Whiskey Pops. Maganda siya. Ginamit itong launcher na ito, itong SCUD B launcher na to, yung Gulf War noong time ni Saddam Hussein, when he launched dozens of these through the Israel. Kalaban niya mga Israelis eh, and the United States. But unfortunately for these SCUD missiles, they were intercepted immediately by the US Patriot missiles. So in effect, this was no match for the Patriot missiles, the US Patriot missiles. So yun. So many of these were shot down in the air after takeoff by the Patriot missiles of the United States. So ito, wala ito. This was really decimated by the US Army because of their Patriot missiles. Pero just the same, this is a nice kit, a nice model, and it's very fun to build, although it's quite difficult because of the small parts. Ganda siya, very detailed mga Whiskey Pops. So in 1:35 scale, and you see the tracks there. Kaya yung minute details na makikita mo. Ayan. This is green. This was colored green. I colored this green mixed with a bit of desert yellow to make it more weathered in appearance. Yun. So magandang model siya mga Whiskey Pops. I highly recommend this kit to anyone because today is the age of missiles, especially yung the dealings with the US and North Korea. Kim Jong-un, he also boasted of ICBM missiles. Although this is not a nuclear tipped ballistic missile, according to some sources, this type of launcher could be equipped with warheads, a nuclear warhead. Nga lang, yung downfall nito, it could easily be shot down, tracked and shot down by US Patriot missiles. Also, you can see the red star indicating that it is a Russian military missile launcher. You see the red star there. Ayun mga whiskey pops. Ito yung ginamit ng the other launchers. Actually, there are several missile launchers by Russia, but the model SCUD B was the most popular because this weapon system had mobility, had the firepower, and was really very versatile in traveling to deep mountain ranges and mountainsides where it could be fired. So kaya siya merong mga threads na ganyan. So it is highly mobile and can be fired anywhere, practically anywhere. Yun. It is a mean looking vehicle. It's really mean looking, but you see the firepower is not sufficient for today's warfare because it could easily be tracked and shot down. But this is a fine example of a ballistic missile. For example, in Vietnam, they have a SCUD missile system similar to this, which can be tipped with a nuclear warhead. Kasi mahirap din itong mga ganitong mga missiles Katulad nung yung the bigger brother of this missile is the dreaded Russian SS-18 ICBM intercontinental ballistic missile, which is equipped with a 10 megaton warhead. It is equipped with an MIRV, meaning multiple independently targeted re-entry vehicle, and this fires into space. It has a first stage rocket, then it enters the outer space, and the first stage falls off. The missile, through onboard computers, calculate distance and the terrain of the cities intended for targets. So after the onboard calculations, through a control center, the MIRVs, the upper portion of the missile will open up, and 10 warheads, each with 1 megaton each, will fly off from this attack and will re-enter the Earth's atmosphere and rain down on the cities it was targeted for. So nakakatakot, It's a really scary thing. and this is what we call, because a retaliatory strike will be mounted by the US if they sense or if they detect through their sophisticated radar a missile launch which would which in their calculations would be a nuclear missile launch. So this is what the US is now guarding and monitoring against the nuclear tipped missiles such as the SS-18. The SS-18 has a bigger body, and it's stronger because it is a multi-stage rocket. The SS-18 was really a deadly missile. The US also has its own counterpart in retaliatory strikes by having the Minuteman, the submarine launched ballistic missiles, and the Titan II ballistic missile inside concrete silos in strategic places in the United States. So yun, that was a brief history of how the age of the missile has come into age in the 21st century. So, like I said, if you're still new here, if you have your cell phone, don't forget to subscribe. Press the subscribe button on the lower right corner of your screen and press the bell icon. You will see the word all. Press all, and all my videos will be notifications for you to watch my other videos. So thanks a lot, and Good Friday, happy Holy Week, a happy Good Friday to all of you. The question we are asked, the question that confronts us today is that, are we prepared for thermonuclear war? Thermonuclear warfare, kaya ba natin yon? Definitely not. Kasi manid lang tayo, we're only a small country. Only the superpowers have the capacity to launch an all-out nuclear war. So, nakakatakot itong mga because this is hanging like a Damocles sword in front of us. Anytime the countries with nuclear weapons could strike us. And there's what we call the MAD. All the superpowers know this MAD. It's called the mutually assured destruction, because mankind as we know it will end after a thermonuclear war fallout has occurred. So mahirap magkaroon ng World War III, mga whiskey pops. Talagang na to. Kung yung term natin mga Pilipinos, maguguno na mundo. Yun.
End of the world na.
It should be the end of the world. After a nuclear World War III. So, let's all pray that this would not happen. And our good Lord would take us away from all these human-made contraptions that will ultimately end mankind. So yun, this is a reality, mga whiskey pops. This is a reality because of these weapons of mass destruction. It's reality, and we have to be careful. like in the 1960s. In the 1960s, in the US, they had nuclear drills. May mga drills sila eh. Kung dito merong mga earthquake drills, typhoon drills, sa States merong nuclear drills na alam mo, the citizens there before in the 1960s had their homes built nuclear shelters or atomic shelters which was dug on the ground beside their homes, so that in case of a nuclear war, the neighborhood, the residents would go inside their dug up trenches, because that is the best way to protect yourself from a nuclear explosion, like in what happened to Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945 when the Japanese surrendered. So yun mga Whiskey Pop, thank you very much for sharing a piece of history with you. I hope we will all learn from this frightening thing, and hope that it would not be used, the nuclear tipped warheads would not be used in armed conflicts, and we would have everlasting peace. So thank you guys. Magandang hapon sa inyo. Have a good Friday, okay? Bye bye.